in this space. I'm uncomfortable on good days.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago Cubs. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Baltimore Orioles have taken the first two games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway, and towing the slab, Ben Brown.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
That one drilled left field. And that should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Swings through that one for strike one. Man at second.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
That misses. Now 2-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series. Next offering upstairs.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
The pitch. He goes down looking.
Well, he should get some fist bumps when he gets back into the dugout, because even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. And this is a long haul where you're trying to get that pitch count off as early as possible. So gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see what's working for this pitcher or not. But I tell you what, it's a nice job right there.
Boots it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it. One down. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ryan O'Hearn.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
That one's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Right through there for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And takes low for ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
On the ground, could be two. To second, there's one. To Diaz, that's two. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound in this one, Dean Kremer. What's the word on him?
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win, and really, that's all his teammates can ask for, so we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Soto going after it. Makes the catch for the out. One away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base pass, get guys around to score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we see in today's game, but it does work for them offensively. The wind of the pitch. That's off the mark, and a count 2-1. Now a fly ball to right center. Sizes this one up. They got it for out number 2. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. To the right side. Tosses to first, and Bellinger is out. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second, and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. And a pitch. That one outside, and that is ball 1. Brown, in his second season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit, so he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
And he walked him.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle with 3 hits on the series, and one of them a homer. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. Ball misses. Throw to second. Ow!
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a base hit. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Checks over to first, back safely. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Second inning here, no score. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. He made him pay for that one. His 12th of the season, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
Here's Adley Rutschman. 2 for 8 in the series so far. Fastball for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
2 outs, base is empty. Cedric Mullins will hit next. That's in there. Strike 1. And that's a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Not even close there. And it's 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
And that's outside, and it's 2-2. And that's outside. Gunnar Henderson in the on-deck circle. Two outs. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Sizing this one up. Hauls it in to end the inning. Baltimore with a 2-run shot this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now Isaac Paredes.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Next offering is fouled back. The wind and the pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. That one is upstairs. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Ian Happ up to hit. 2 for 6 so far in the series. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a bouncer. Over to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Rob Refsnyder in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But, you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases.
Hit in the air, right field. Soto gets under it, makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. And it's a 1-run game.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Yandy Diaz in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. One run across in the frame so far. Bottom half of inning number 2. This one in the air right field. Soto gets under it. And that'll do it. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We played 2 full. It's the Orioles 2 and the Cubs 1. On to the 3rd inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Brown back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike. Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
The 2-1. Fought off foul. And that's down and away. And that's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Ahmed Rosario, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. Splits the plate, 0-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Brown keeping an eye on him. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's Juan Soto.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
That's in there, and that is strike 1. No outs. Runners at first and third. Rosario on the move. In the dirt, but kept close. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. The 1-2. He fouls it off. Will do it again. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And another ball. The 2-2 on the way. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. In the air out towards right center. Bellinger drifts towards it. Squeezes it. Both runners tagging from second and third. The throw's offline. He's saved. It's 3-1.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Left field. Happ moving under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the third out. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 3 and the Cubs 1. Back here at the friendly confines. Set for the bottom of the third. And now it's Miguel Amaya. The right-hander back to work. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Righty to the plate. Close, but called a ball. Ball 2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
1 down, base is empty. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. Here's Nico Horner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one off the mark. 2-1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. In the air, out towards left center. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Here at Wrigley Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Ryan Mountcastle. The right-hander back to work. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
The count 2-1. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Cowser stands in here, takes ball one low. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fastball for a strike. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. That one just misses.
It's a good take.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Hot shot to third. Zips it across. Rutschman retired. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. And the score stays 3-1. Bottom 4, so up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. The line to kick the pitch. That one missed. And there's a ball. That one misses. 3-0. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Bellinger at the plate now, and that's inside.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Over to first, and he saved. Next one misses, and it's 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
The Orioles up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Smoked into left field, base hit. Mullins whips it back in. Rudder stops at second. And the first two reach to start the inning. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, no outs. Isaac Paredes now. And fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And there's a base hit to right field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ian Happ. Hit in the air, center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. Cut off. Now a throw home. And he's in there as a run scores on the play.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
2 on, 1 out. Rob Refsnyder getting ready to hit. Almost got him.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swung on, belted. That one is back. That's down. One hops off the wall. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. 4-3, they take the lead.
Everything came together for him. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Diaz, the next to hit, takes outside. In the air to left center. Mullins in pursuit. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. And next for the Cubs, Miguel Amaya. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that one fouled off. The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Cowser settles underneath it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. New inning getting started. And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. Misses outside. Ball 1. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Jimmy Herget up and throwing. Miller also getting ready. That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
That one missed. Gets the call. It's 2-2. Left-hand hitter waits. And another ball. And down on strikes he goes. And there's one down.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And a foul ball.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Scott Alexander comes on now.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Rosario in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Check swing. He went. That's strike 1. The Cubs leading by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 2-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Two outs. That just misses, and the count's full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Here's a high chopper. Over to Diaz, and the Orioles set down in order. Orioles held in check there. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Back here at Wrigley Field. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. And the pitch. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. One down. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Ripped on a line. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Horner on the go. Strike in there. Throw safe.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Fastball for a strike. Horner leads off second with one gone in the inning. Righty delivers. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one not close. Now 1-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Mullins sizes this one up, and there's 2 down. Bellinger up to hit. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Rosario drifts towards it, and that is the inning. Cubs leave 1, and it remains a 4-3 game. And we're back. Juan Soto now. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And he deals. And a good eye there. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one is absolutely belted way back there. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. It just got out of here. It's 4-4. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. A hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And here's the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Slider misses outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Kicks and fires. Out to short, Swanson. Fires over to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. First pitch misses. Base is empty, one away. Here in the third and final game of the series. And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 away now.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Now here is Ryan Mountcastle. This ball's chopped on the ground. Paredes sends it to first, and that will end the inning. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even now at 4 apiece. You're watching Orioles baseball on the show, Mid-Atlantic. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. And here it comes. In the air, center field. Makes the grab, one away. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. Ripped on the ground to second. Throws to first, and there's 2 away.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Rob Refsnyder. Now this is in the air down the line. Brings it in, and that ends the inning. Through 6, all square, 4-4. New pitcher on now, Jimmy Herget.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So digging in, Colton Cowser. He's already homered here in this one. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball there. Tied at 4. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Got him. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way, coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Two down, nobody on.
1-2.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Still all square at 4 apiece. Back here at the friendly confines. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. That misses the zone. And that is ball 1. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Good eye right there. On the ground, and that chance handled. 1 up, 1 down. Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Foul ball, still 0-2. 1 out, base is empty. Struck him out looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Dansby Swanson stands in. First pitch, and he just misses. And there's a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And the righty deals. Right through there for a strike. Two outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And the right-hander deals. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In with the double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Back to the top. Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Hunter Gaddis.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Fouled off. He was late. Outside low. 1-1. 2 down. Go ahead run at scoring position.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2-2 on the way. Got him swinging.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We go to the 8th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Herget back to work. And ball 1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Tied at 4. Hard hit right side. Horner over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And next for the Orioles, Ahmed Rosario. 1 for 3. First pitch just misses.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Next offering is downstairs. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike. Two one now. And it's strike 2. Next offering upstairs. Juan Soto waiting on deck for the Orioles. Kicks and deals. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Great swing of the bat right there. Trying to get on as that go-ahead run. He just wasn't able to find a hole.
And now it's Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Sliced hard but foul. Herget, 31 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. 2 down, nobody on.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
Goes down looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. This game's all tied at 4. Bottom of the inning, and now Seiya Suzuki. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Fly ball down the line. Soto going after it. He's got it, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And that one fouled off. All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just missed.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And a count 1-2. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Swing and a foul back, that's out of play. That clips a corner. Next pitch way upstairs. Bounced up the middle. Slings to first, and that is the inning. Cubs are down quietly. Score remains tied at 4. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Tyson Miller.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And a pitch. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Bellinger drifts towards it, and there's one away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Into the outfield, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now here's the Orioles DH, Ryan Mountcastle. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Just missed. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Keegan Thompson up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Four in the ninth. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Now, I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Right-hander kicks, deals. And another ball. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 5, 6, and 7 will lead. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Gaddis back to work. In the dirt, 1-0. On the ground, right side. O'Hearn steps on the bag, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
And up next for Chicago, Rob Refsnyder. Up the middle, Henderson. And that quickly, 2 away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Diaz, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Out to short, Henderson. On to first. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. Here at Wrigley Field, we're in extras here. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. And a pitch. Strike one. Puts a bunt down. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. No throw, and that's a tough time for an error. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nice grab on the run. Runner tags for home. The relay, not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Cedric Mullins digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Miller checks the runner, and he dives back in safely.
He's going.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game, trying to add on to that lead. I really like the thought, but it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in the top half of the 10th. Fly ball center field. Bellinger makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But they push across one run on one base hit, no errors, and nobody left on. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. Back here at Wrigley Field, and now the catcher comes up to him. Miguel Lamar. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Felix Bautista.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the one-run game better than a comfortable three-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best. In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
Next pitch, not close, up high. And that's outside. Dansby Swanson on deck for the Cubs. So the tying run at second. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
And a sac bunt here. Throws to first in time. And that's an out on the sacrifice.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move two runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs here in extras.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. So bases loaded with one away. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Fouled off down the right side. The winning run on second base. Lifted in the air, right center field. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. To the plate. Safe. And we are tied.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Out of here! And that ends the game! Wow! That one's got to feel good. And the Cubs walk it off in extra innings.
When you get to extra innings, it seems like every guy is trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all headed home.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.